What if I told you there's one silent habit, just one that's quietly draining your energy, destroying your confidence, and keeping you stuck in the same place in life? You wake up tired, you feel unmotivated, and no matter what you do, it's like you're trapped in a cycle you can't break out of. Sound familiar? But here's the twist. What if the secret to unshakable self-control and real, grounded masculinity has been right in front of you all along? Stay with me, because once you see this habit for what it really is, you'll never look at it the same way again. We're about to dive into something most people are too afraid to talk about. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward, and yet it's something every man deals with. Some will tell you it's normal, harmless, even healthy. But let me ask you, have you ever truly questioned that? What if I told you this so-called harmless habit is quietly wrecking your life from the inside out? The ancient Stoic, some of the wisest minds to ever walk this earth, understood something that modern society has chosen to forget. They knew the power of discipline. They saw the danger in chasing pleasure. And they understood that true self-mastery begins when you stop letting your body control your mind. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because once you understand what they knew, you'll be able to break free, to reclaim your energy, to take back your power as a man, and to start transforming your life from the inside out. Let's talk about the problem, the real reason this habit is slowly destroying you. You already know the feeling. That wave of guilt, that lack of drive after giving in, that strange emptiness, like something inside you just slipped through your fingers. But why does it feel like that? Here's the science. Every time you give in to this habit, your brain is flooded with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Because the more you indulge, the more your brain gets hooked, addicted to fast, effortless gratification. And just like any addiction, the consequences don't take long to show up. You start feeling tired. You lose your edge. You stop chasing real goals because your brain already got its reward, even though you didn't earn anything. And over time, you become weaker mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Now here's the crazy part. The Stoics saw this coming centuries ago, long before neuroscience confirmed it. They warned us. They taught that overindulgence kills discipline, and that being ruled by your body is the fastest way to lose your freedom. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said it best: no man is free who is a slave to his body. Think about that. Every time you give in, you're not just indulging a habit, you're handing over your power. You're letting your body take command over your mind. And the more you repeat that cycle, the harder it is to break. But here's the good news. The Stoics didn't just identify the problem, they left us the roadmap to escape it. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to use that ancient wisdom to rise above the trap of pleasure and become the man you were meant to be. This is the mindset of weakness, the lie we whisper to ourselves: I need this, I deserve this. But the harsh truth: you don't control it, it controls you. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome, understood this danger more than most. He didn't just rule an empire, he ruled himself. He believed that true freedom comes not from indulging every impulse, but from mastering them. Because a man who can't say no to himself will always be a prisoner, no matter how much power he appears to have. The more you chase pleasure, the deeper you fall into its grip. The more you rely on instant gratification, the more distant real fulfillment becomes. You might feel satisfied in the moment, but afterward, you're left hollow, weak, unfulfilled. Now here's the part most men miss. Every truly great man, whether warrior, king, or visionary, had one thing in common. They controlled their desires. They didn't let urges dictate their direction in life. And that's why they achieved greatness, while others remain slaves to their own impulses. So the real question is, how do you break free? How do you take back your power from this quiet addiction that's been stealing your strength day after day? The answer lies in three timeless, Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. 1. Self-discipline, the key to freedom. Epictetus, once a slave who became one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is where everything begins. Freedom isn't doing whatever you feel like, it's having the strength to choose what's right over what's easy. Self-discipline doesn't mean denying pleasure forever. It means training your mind to value long-term strength over short-term escape. Every time you resist the urge, you're forging a sharper, stronger version of yourself. You're building mental muscle. And over time, the cravings that once controlled you begin to lose their grip. 2. Find your purpose. Replace the habit with meaning. Stoics taught that a man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, drifting, aimless, vulnerable. That's why this habit thrives in empty space. Think about it. If your mind is focused on building something bigger than yourself, a business, a body, a mission, do you really have time to waste on empty indulgence? The truth is, many men fall into this trap because they're missing a higher target for their energy. Purpose isn't just a nice idea, it's armor against weakness. When you have something worth fighting for, your desires finally have competition. 3. Transmutation. Redirect your energy. Here's the principle few modern men ever hear. Your sexual energy is not a curse, it's your fuel. And when used wisely, it becomes your most powerful force. The ancients knew this. Warriors, poets, inventors, they didn't suppress their energy. They redirected it. They transmuted it into art, leadership, innovation, strength. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest scientific minds in history, remained celibate his entire life. Not out of shame, but because he understood the value of redirection. He knew that his energy could either be spent on fleeting pleasure or invested into lasting legacy. And the Stoics preach the same. Instead of wasting your strength chasing temporary highs, use it. Let it drive your ambition, fuel your creativity, sharpen your focus and your self-control. The climax. What happens when you quit? No, just imagine this for a moment. Waking up every day with confidence that can't be shaken. No guilt, no shame, no foggy mind or drained energy. Instead, you feel alert, alive, motivated like never before, laser focused on your goals, and deeply in control of your life. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you stop giving in and start rising up. That unstoppable energy you've been searching for, it finally returns the moment you break free. Your testosterone rises. Your mind becomes sharper like a blade freshly honed. Your motivation to build, to conquer, to achieve, it surges through you like wildfire. And most importantly, you reclaim control over the most powerful weapon you possess, your own mind. This is what the Stoics meant when they spoke of true freedom. It's not just about quitting a bad habit. It's about breaking the chains that have kept you small. It's about stepping into the man you were always meant to become. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. About rising one level higher every day. About standing tall, even when your urges scream for comfort. The conclusion, your final challenge. Comes the moment of truth. You've heard the truth. You feel it deep in your gut. So the real question is this: will you stay trapped in the same cycle, repeating the same pattern over and over, hoping for change without ever changing? Or will you rise? Will you take control? Or continue to give your power away to a hollow habit that brings nothing but weakness? How many more days will you let your potential slip through your fingers? Because here's the truth. No man who ever did something great, no warrior, no emperor, no leader was ruled by his impulses. The men who built legacies, who shifted history, they started by mastering themselves. And now, it's your turn. If you're ready to break free, to rise above the noise, and to start living with the discipline and clarity of a true Stoic, then join the mission. This isn't just about motivation, it's a movement. Subscribe now because this is only the beginning. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.